Hello and welcome to my second YouTube video. This is StefanDrives, and this week we're going to talk about the Mercedes-Benz E-Class, and I also want to use this video to introduce myself to those who maybe don't know me at all and reintroduce myself to those who maybe follow my journey on Instagram already. But let's dive right into the car I'm driving at the moment. The new Mercedes-Benz E-Class, in this case a E220 diesel, has quite impressed me. I just came home from a road trip to the Austrian Alps and I've covered over 1,000 kilometers in this car already, and I still have a range of 203 kilometers left. That's the magic of a diesel engine, and this is still true in 2025. This 4-cylinder diesel engine is so efficient because it's mounted to an electric motor that sits between the gearbox and the engine. And this small electric motor helps to boost the car, but also enables the car to sail, which means that when you step off the throttle, the engine shuts down and the electric motor keeps the systems running. So you save fuel, but you also have a little bit of extra power. When I was driving along the highway, I had a lot of time to think about the car, and there was one thing that came to my mind. I think the E-Class is not meant to be driven. It's much more meant to drive you. When you sit in these comfortable seats and you're surrounded by all these screens and you let the driving assistants do their job, it's really feel like you're decoupled from the outside world. I get it, it's overwhelming sometimes and sometimes annoying, but when you try to understand the way these systems want to work, it's actually quite impressive. I think this car feels much more like an S-Class than an E-Class. And also in terms of comfort, I have to say that I'm pretty sure that I haven't driven a car that quiet and that comfortable in months. It's a proper masterpiece in terms of German engineering. But it also feels like an S-Class when it comes to price, because this fully spec'd diesel E-Class costs over 90,000 euros, and that's also S-Class money. But if you want an efficient, luxurious sedan for weekend getaways and the daily life, and you want a car that gets you from A to B in the most comfortable way possible without being 5.5 meters long, this E-Class could be the one for you. Yesterday I've posted a story asking you to ask me some questions, and there was one question that was repeating itself multiple times. It was about, hey Stefan, how did you get to this position or this job? What do you do? What's your story? What's your background? And before answering these questions, I have to say one thing. I'm not claiming to be somewhat successful. I'm not claiming to be the next superstar, but I'm claiming to have managed to turn my passion into my profession. And it all started when I was finishing school. I was writing my first articles about cars, but just because I had fun doing it. And a year later, I got a job offer at an Austrian car magazine in Vienna. And this was perfect for me because I wanted to move to Vienna, the capital of Austria anyways, to study economics. And it all went perfectly. I was living my dream life. I was 19 years old and I earned money for driving and writing about cars. Perfect. After 1.5 years, I got an offer to be the PR manager for the Kitzbühel Alpen Rally, which is a very prestigious classic car event. And I was like, yeah, let's do it. And I thought this was the sign to quit my job and found my own small PR agency targeted for automotive companies. And it all went well. I kept automotive journalism by writing for multiple newspapers in Austria, and I had a few clients where I was creating PR and marketing concepts with, and we actually had quite a few success stories where we managed to step up the marketing and PR game of companies within the automotive industry, because we all have the same mission. We want to share the passion for cars and try to attract customers or fans. And this is what I did in spring 2023 as well, when I was at a PR launch of a new VW, and the PR manager told me, "Hey Stefan, there is no car influencer in Austria. Why don't you be the next car influencer?" And I was like, yeah, I did some TikTok videos, but yeah, let's give it a try. It really was like that. And I was like, let's do it, let's keep consistent, let's just post. And I founded StefanDrives in April 2023, and it actually grew from there. And there was also a nice symbiosis, because when StefanDrives grew, I also had the perfect promotion for my agency, because I was like, hey guys, social media is working, look at StefanDrives, it's growing and you should do it too. And at the end of 2023, we gained some momentum, and I remember correctly, I was at my first time in Dubai with Porsche at the Icons of Porsche festival, and I was overwhelmed. It was so cool, and I was like, oh yeah, that's where I want to be. This is the area I want to deal with. And yeah, I kept the momentum in 2024. But since Jeremy Clarkson, Jameson May and Richard Hammond are my childhood heroes, I knew I want to step up my content game. I want to do more adventures and more cool road trips. So we started 2024 when I was driving the KTM Crossbow GT XR up Austria's highest mountain, and there was snow next to the road, and we were pushing this car onto this mountain. It was great. It was a huge success. And after that, in summer, I was in Le Mans. I took a Ford Mustang to Tuscany, and then the big project came. Over months, I worked on a 911 Dakar road trip. First of all, I wanted to drive to Morocco, but this didn't work out because of customs regulations. So I decided to drive on top of a volcano, on top of Europe's highest and most active volcano, Mount Etna on Sicily. I don't know how, but it all worked out, and I will remember it forever. It was sunrise. I've driven the Dakar above 3,000 meters. There was the sea on the horizon, volcanic ash below our feet and tires. And I was looking at the Dakar and the volcano behind it, and I was like, wow, this is it. A huge childhood dream. And it kept continuing. A few weeks after, I went on a road trip from Sao Paulo to Rio with VW. We drove across Brazil in cool cars. After that, I went to Dubai again, and I finished a year in South Africa. I had the opportunity to fulfill so many of my childhood dreams, but I had one problem with that. Through Reels and TikToks and 15-second videos, I was not able to share the passion and my thoughts and my opinions as well as I wanted to. And so now, in January 2025, I'm talking to an iPhone mounted in an E-Class. So my aim for this channel is to get you along my adventures and to get you closer and give you more insights and more opinions, more thoughts about the childhood dreams I'm able to experience. And I really can't wait for all those cool adventures to come. And I'm so grateful for every one of you, because essentially you guys supporting me, making all of those adventures possible. And yeah, I think that's enough for this week. I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching, and stay tuned. This is going to be good. Bye.